I usually like to score with bats because they score for other bats and types of bats. And now you have a new type of bat, right? I think I've never used the word bat as often as I just did. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I want to bring you just a very quick video to talk about the new latest Forest Shuffle expansion. As some of you may know, I'm a huge fan of Forest Shuffle. This was one of my most favorite games, like past year. And I got the German version here, so don't worry about the title here. It's called Mischwald in German. That is like the German word for mixed forest, which makes sense, like a mixed forest. In case you don't know, is a term for a forest with like different kinds of trees, types of trees, so to speak. And this is a very cool game where you, it's like kind of a set collection game where you can get cards from the deck or from the tableau. And then you try to like place trees, and you can place critters to the right of the trees or at the bottom here, for example, like this, right, or to the left, or also to the top of the trees. And then they like receive points based on specific things, like the butterflies, for example, you collect in sets. The birds give you points for either other birds or for bugs or whatever, right? So it is not it's quite thematic actually, and it's kind of a cool puzzle how you puzzle your cards to the left, right, top and bottom of trees. You always need like trees for as a basis, right? And now we have a new expansion here, and the expansion doesn't do a whole lot, but it also does do a lot. So it's very interesting because you only have this small box, and if you think like, oh, well, I mean, that's a small expansion, wait until I open it. This is the Alpine expansion that adds nothing except these few cards. That's it. But it does do quite a lot. So first of all, we do have new types of trees. So first of all, we have the Lerche and the Zirbelkiefer. That's how they call it in German. In English, that would be the larch, the European larch here, and the stone pine, I think it's called. Like two new kinds of trees, which is pretty cool because there is a specific tree in the game that gives you points if you have like all kinds of trees. And these are like eight different kinds. Now we have 10 different kinds. You don't, for that card, you still need 8 different kinds, but you have like more variety here. That is pretty cool. Also, you have new symbols here. These symbols work only, of course, with the new animals, but animals always like give you like a bonus if you are able to play specific types of symbols as you play, because you always need to pay cards in order to play cards. Like for example, the groundhog here needs 1 card, right? And then you need to play, like you need to discard 1 card to the common tableau where every player can draw cards when it's their turn in order to play this one, right? And that is like really interesting. And now you also have like different kinds of trees and different kinds of animals that you can use to pay for cards and then also get bonuses, right? And apart from that, there were new animals added. So first of all, we have new left and right animals, and that is good because there were some pretty like, I wouldn't say broken, but some combos in Forest Shuffle that were really strong, and they now have been like reduced a little bit. They're not as strong anymore just because you have more cards, right? And more possible combinations. That's pretty cool actually. So also you have like completely new animals. The way the animals work is still pretty much the same. So I haven't found anything yet that is way different, but there's like more variety. That's really cool because you have a new type of bat, for example. Like I usually like to score with bats because they score for other bats and types of bats. And now you have a new type of bat, right? I think I've never used the word bat as often as I just did. And also for the rabbits, for example, right? There are new rabbits here, and they also score with the other rabbits together. So that's pretty cool because some combos now get stronger. You have a few new combinations, and that like helps like mitigate like these strong combinations of the base game. And we also have like cards that are up and down, that you can like put above or below your trees, like new things that like do specific things. But the most interesting one here probably is like the new butterfly that is in here, because now you can have like a higher number of butterflies to score more for the set. One thing I don't like as much, for that I need to find a specific card here in the game. Oops, give me just a moment. Oh, I just found it by accident just right now. So you see, like, you can like collect different kinds of butterflies, and for each different kind you get like 20 points. But you can like have different sets, right? So if I have 2 of that, 1 would count for one set, 1 for the other, but you have to have different kinds. Now you can have 6 of those instead of just 5. One thing I'm not really fond of is that they didn't reprint these cards, right, in the expansion. That means if you like count up these butterflies, if you have 6 of them, you don't see like what you get for 6 butterflies here, right? You would have to look on that card. It is fine, because in order to actually score 6 butterflies, you need to have this one, right? Because there are only 6 kinds. It's fine, but it's not as elegant as they could have made it, right? I mean, look at like this really like tiny stack of cards here in the expansion, right? So they could have actually like just reprinted these cards as well with the butterflies. But I mean, that's just nitpicking, right? I think it's really cool that they actually have an expansion in, that actually had an expansion in the works, and that it kind of helps like mitigate the game, like the other combos a little bit. And there also done some really cool animals added here, like this Alpine kind of theme. Yeah, and that is pretty much everything that is part of that new Alpine expansion of Forest Shuffle. By the way, Forest Shuffle was just nominated. No, actually not nominated, but it was put on the long list for Kennerspiel des Jahres, which is like the type of game that is a little bit more complex than family weight games, right? Like right in the middle. It didn't get nominated for the top 3, but it at least was put on the long list. So like games worth checking out. And I agree, Forest Shuffle was one of my like top games last year actually. So yeah, I just haven't played it in a while. I would like to bring you the solo mode as well, but unfortunately I only have the German edition of the game, and there's like a lot of text here, so I'm not sure if that would make sense to show it off on the channel. That is all I wanted to show you, because I think this expansion is pretty cool, and I've been wanting to make like Forest Shuffle content on the channel for a while. Maybe I will like do a little overview of the game at some point, but I just wanted to show you the like brand new expansion. It just released like maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm not quite sure as this video is released. So yeah, I just got this like brand new, pretty cool. Yeah, like the box is a little bit large, right, for that small deck of cards. They could have just had like a little tuck box, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. So looking forward to adding that to the game to make it even better, because I'm quite sure that this is not a must-have expansion, but it does make the game better. I'm quite sure of that. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. That was my video on the newest Forest Shuffle expansion, the Alpine expansion. And as usual, I'm thankful for all of you. Especially I want to give a shout out to my generous patrons, and the biggest thanks go out to Thecos and Ryan Hall for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for your generosity. I highly appreciate that. You can support me in numerous ways by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos. You can also subscribe to my channel if you like Board enough. You can join my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. And yes, you can also support me on Patreon if you would like to. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.